Listen to all those birds. Like, a lot of birds come here. Wonder if they know anything about film. So child abuse is very alive and dead in all parts of the world. Double T, double E, double R, double R, double I, double F, double I, double C. Terrific. Right, pig?
Due to some technical problem, first time drivers are waiting here. Okay.
Right.
First time. This is first time.
This guy's with Uber? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making a promise that you're not keeping.
No. Some
Or at least
technical.
it's
Here, your system is
Right.
problem.
The problem is you're not
No,
being
sir,
honest. You're not being honest.
You're
You're not being. Look, I love naan bread. And one of the reasons I try to avoid Irving is because these Indian restaurants take a very long time. Then they tell a driver, you know, when you're trying to deliver food for friends, oh, just come back 30 minutes later. Well, they're really the only ones. Very rarely do any other companies do that. And what it happens is it jams kind of your expectations. And so I told the guy, I said, look, it's a small order. He said, I know it's a small order, but it's basically in a queue. So, he's not going to sit there and make the order for me, even though the order was supposed to be ready 10 minutes ago. And he's telling me to come back 30 minutes later, right? And so what that does is that, you have to stay on your feet and, find some other food for friends kind of thing. But that's, he's telling basically the company, and he's giving the company a time when to pick it up. It was supposed to be for 7:40. Now he's saying come back 25 minutes later, right? That can hurt, right? I don't know if he's protesting. I don't know what his problem is. And there's an Uber Eats guy that's sitting there right next to him in the same situation. And I told him, listen, sometimes they do this stuff, and their food, I guess, takes a long time to cook or whatever. But I mean, my goodness. So since time is money, got some food for friends and deliver it somewhere else, and I'll go back to the Swadeshi and pick up the butter naan. Scorsese, Harvey Keitel. Yeah, Scorsese, Harvey Keitel. And Bradley Cooper, Harvey Keitel. It's a nice sunset. Yeah, I missed it. I was looking at his fish. Caught some kind of fish. I'm trying to get the sunset right here. Right, just for a second. There it is. It's a nice one right here with that right there. So I went in there and she didn't have an answer. I guess the plan's only for the rich because the thing tells you to go see cashier and try to join the rewards. I already joined the rewards program. There's the program right there, and it tells you to go inside. So this Lamborghini comes flying by on the highway, going like 150. Passes me, and it slows down, I guess just to annoy you. And it goes another 150 miles per hour. And just because they have money doesn't give them the right to go run people off the road and stuff. I was gonna drive by and give them a real evil grin. So when I went by 7-Eleven, I got my two favorite peanuts. I got my jumbo peanuts, tequila lime. And right in here I got some wasabi. Jumbo Notes wasabi. Oh, I green lighted. Then I bought my favorite energy drink right here. This orange thing that says energy. It's really good. It gives you lots of energy. I'm gonna take a sip from it so you know that I'm not lying or anything. It's really good. Drink 7-Eleven energy drinks. Hey! Listen to the Daily. It's called Day X Part 3. It's about skinheads with guns. Pretty good. There's two guns that are pretty dangerous in the world today. One's called the FAMAS. It's a big, big gun. Well, it's not big, but it's like an assault rifle. The other one's a little pistol-shaped gun called the HK7. It's body piercing. It's the most dangerous gun in the world. They got long clips. They fire like over 900 bullets a minute. It's very fast. It's about as fast as the FAMAS, which is the fastest assault rifle machine gun that you can have. Now, the HK7 is a submachine gun, so you probably could hide it like you would a pistol. There's different modifications you can put on it. HK7 is still present today. It's still manufactured. It's a German gun. Very dangerous. One thing you don't want to do is go around someone with an HK7. It's a pretty good one right here. It's called the Shadow Army. It's pretty good. Investigating skinheads with guns. So the HK M7. Hey, this guy's a big fan. Hey! The HK MP7. It's also known as the HK7. Fires up to 950 rounds of body piercing and also body armor piercing bullets. So that's 950 bullets per minute. And every single bullet is armor piercing. Yep, 950 rounds per minute. And every single one of them is deadly and body armor piercing. Little false alarm. Looks like, I don't know, could be serious. Hey, there's IHOP right there. IHOP for pancakes. So, in North Lake, over by the Texas Speedway, they got like maybe 10 hotels around this area. A lot of people go to the Texas Speedway and watch the cars go rum rum. This one's actually called True by Hilton. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's like True Blue, you know, the airline. You got the True Blue, you get to eat the, watch a little bit of television before the doors. So that's right there. You know, you eat the blue chips, the blue Mesa chips. You know, True Blue, you know, it's like True Hilton. It's kind of, you get a discount. Watch the cars go room room. Now I gotta get in character. You can't see me smiling behind a mask. Yeah, I gotta bring this out in a second. Got a memory lapse. Looks like we're going to the lobby. So, Hilton, they got this thing called Clean Stay. So you go there and you stay real clean. If I can burn my fingers. So, I got some True Blue coffee. Right here. What's up? Right this way. I'm at True Blue Hilton. True Blue Hilton. The True Blue Hilton. I got some coffee. Oh, nice. Now I'm pulling away. Hope the Bluetooth doesn't go off at the True Blue Hilton. The Bluetooth can interrupt. Now I'm gonna drive this way and listen to my podcast about skinheads with guns. Called the Daily DX Part 1 Shadow Army. I'll drive around, listen to that for a while. Why? I don't know. It's a publication. Like a podcast or whatever, you know? Have my True Blue coffee. Food for friends. So, I'm learning that the skinheads in Germany. They got these guns. Some real weird literature. They got guns and literature. So, they go into the, where they live, they get the guns. They get the literature. I guess they burn it, I don't know. I don't know what they do. Pretty interesting article, it's on the Daily. It's a pretty good little podcast about these skinheads flipping out and planning some kind of attack. Kind of like what they did at the Capitol. Everybody flipped out. All those potheads went in there with the flags, pretending like they liked Trump. Food for friends. So I'm headed to Taco Bell. I think it's the same guy as last time. He didn't get enough the first time, so now he's getting some Taco Bell. Hey! Maybe the DayX players can join our team at Tacos 019-336-285,000. We'll do Uber Eats and Postmates and a bunch of others. This exact same thing happened to me at Burger King or at Taco Bell, but she's saying this is actually females on present. Guys in the back running around smiling. They said that they're closed because of understaffing. So I think I took a photo of the actual thing, but they have a lot of cars piled up right here. So one's going forward. I'm gonna go around and make sure. So it looks like he's stopping at the window too to ask and going for it. Yeah, I guess she was telling the truth. And the other person right there is pulling around. So I gotta take a photo of the message that they let, so I have proof of what's going on. This one looks like it's probably legit. The other one at Burger King, that turned into an assault. October 6th of 2019, I believe, is when it happened to me, about 2 years ago. So I have to go see a doctor this August about the assault. She seemed pretty nice. Got another guy though that's just kind of hanging out here, and I'm investigating the situation right now. But I do have to take a photo. She didn't even talk to me whenever I went up to the microphone.
On the mobile app, you should be able to see a number. I'm not sure exactly how, because it's a third-party setup. But if you go on the app, if you go to where your order is,
Yeah, they're supposed to be open.
there should be a number on there for you. Officers are in contact. You have your name though.
Yeah, I have 3 children. I know what a great night is. I'm gonna take a photo of it. So obviously that Taco Bell is not running correctly. You're looking at about 9:37, and those guys stay open at least till 1. We had like 10 people trying to get food there, and they just have some kind of excuse, you know, understaffing or whatever. You want to stay away from those types of people because you don't know what they're doing. You know, if there's something illegal going on, that's a sign where you don't want to get up close to the window. I took a photo of their little message, little unprofessional message that they left on the door or on the window, on the little drive-through window. But that's kind of how it happened, only it was 2 Latino guys, and they were like talking like that, but they were kind of making fun of the situation. I went to go investigate. They opened that window, and whammo, they hit me right in the chin really hard. They already knew I at the time was with Uber Eats because I had identified myself at the speaker box. Uber Eats order, and I gave them the code and all that kind of stuff. So they, you know, this happened on October 6th of 2019, which I'm going to have to go to court, and, you know, I don't know if I have to go pick out a guy at a lineup or whatever for assault. Assault's a very serious deal. It's a very, very serious. And Burger King's going to owe me money. Uber Eats is going to owe me money. A lot of people are going to owe me a lot of money. Okay, there's a lot of money coming my way, a whole lot. Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. Now, recently there was a Latino lady on an airplane. She was the customer on the airplane, the passenger. And the flight attendant, who happened to be, you know, this, I guess, Caucasian lady, was telling her that she needed to put on her mask for the safety of other people in the cabin, and got up close to her, and she lost her temper and hit the lady, knocking out 2 of her teeth and bloodying her face, and the police had to come in and escort her off the plane and put her in the county jail. The 2 Latino men, at least one of them, got away. They actually ran into the night when I was at Burger King, when that Burger King employee you know, hit me in the jaw as hard as he could through the drive-through window, and he ran off into the night like a scaredy cat, scared for his life, because the police were on their way to arrest the man. Now, the other other Latino man at the Burger King may have not told or may not tell the truth about what really happened, but they do have cameras. And if they go and investigate that their footage was erased, they'll learn that there was only one punch. It was that Burger King employee punching me in the chin. Okay, right here. Punched me right here in the chin. And that was it. I went ahead and called 911 after that moment. Now, the police never showed. I don't know why, but I was on the phone with the 911 operator for quite a bit of time until the man finally had a chance to run off into the night. So that leads to my understanding is that the police of Dallas are most likely corrupt. I did call Internal Affairs. I also called the FBI. Now, Dallas police are being investigated by the FBI, and they should be. Some Irving police officers had come into my apartment, probably, I don't know, maybe January or February, probably about February of 2019, when Gwendolyn was just a little baby, because the kids were out of control, acting nutty, and I had to discipline my children so that my wife, or my second wife, because of the police, my second wife, my past second wife, and the infant Gwendolyn could get some rest. My children were being they're misbehaving. Because of how God is in the Bible, the police did not use their common sense, so they're no longer police officers. Those 2 police officers are no longer police officers. They entered into my home, went into my bedroom, and investigated the whole situation. I gave them my license, I put on my robe, and then they left. And we all kind of went to bed. Now, the police had knocked on the door before, or several times, I think afterwards, or maybe around that time, and it was because of the neighbor. False complaints of the neighbor. And I told the police that their services were no longer needed because of corruption. Also told an Irving police officer that there was the smell of marijuana coming from other parts of the apartment, because I have children and I don't want that smell coming through the vents. He said that the DEA, or the agency, was no longer active in Irving, and they did not further investigate the crime that was going on upstairs. There was these two drug dealers living upstairs. The church actually put us into this crappy apartment. Partly, my pastor, Ricky, you know, he lived in his house, whatever they call it, the parish, whatever, where the church buys him the house. He had no problem living in his house and putting one of his followers at that time, because I'm no longer a follower of his, nor will I ever be, into a very dangerous situation. Luckily, I was not hurt or very seriously assaulted in that complex. There were a lot of illegal aliens and stuff like that living all around there. The neighbor would throw Chinese food all over our car. The same neighbor that would call the police on me for trying to have a family. The officers, when they did come over, they just looked around. You know, the kids were they're obviously throwing stuff all around and everything, and and they were upset and stuff, because kids get upset and kids cry. But there is corruption in the police department, big time, all over the place. This led to further corruption, because finally, after she left, March 9th, 2019, I had gone over to Grand Prairie to investigate what was going on. I talked to an officer that's no longer a police officer by my standards, Patterson, and I told her, I told him, that police officer, I told him, I said, look, my mother-in-law she's schizophrenic and she does drugs, and she used to be a member of the Hells Angels. I do not want my family over there. He said, well, if you go over there, we'll arrest you for criminal mischief. Okay, so that's how they handle the situation, which is wrong. Should have been a social worker called at that moment. Everything should have been investigated. So I do put the blame on the police departments for neglect and failing to follow protocol throughout all these things, even the assault. Now, I do have a relative that's a chief of police. I want you to know this as well. I don't know if he's behind any of this, but just because you went to the big bad Marines doesn't give you any special privileges to abuse other people. That goes for any police officer, okay? This is revolutionary times. So we are aware that abuse has happened. We're aware of what happened in Waco. There was no reason for them to go that far and kill David Koresh and 25 children just to get their way, because they think they're authority. Just to let you know, God's authority, and God will be there, and you will have to answer to God. What are you talking about, the card?
Me go first.
What are you talking about?
I go first. My cards.
Oh, cards. Okay.
What other friends do you have?